Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, and welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Enjoy 12 days of chess heaven at the Chessable Sunway Sieges International Chess Festival. Escape to the sun this December and take part in the spectacular Chessable Sunway Chess Festival situated in Sieges, near Barcelona. Play alongside top GMs including Ivanchuk, Isipenko, Adiban, and more. 10-round open tournaments with over 27,000 euros in prizes. Chess lectures from GMs most days, beer tasting plus sushi, pizza, paella, and cocktail masterclasses, World Cup watch parties, table tennis, table football, and blitz chess tournaments. Even better, Chessable Pro members play for free. You can find out more by going to Sunway Siege's website. Visit chessable.com/sunway.
It's time to take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Magnus Carlsen introduces Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Move Trainer uses the science of spaced repetition to identify your strengths and eliminate your weaknesses. There's no need to set up a board, remember which page you're on, or keep track of all the moves you miss. Move Trainer empowers you to go from the opening to the end game with confidence. It's a seamless, effective, and fun way to study chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses, including over 100 free courses. Get expert insights from International Master John Bartholomew, Grandmaster Sam Shankland, International Master Christoph Sulecki, Grandmaster Simon Williams, World Champion Magnus Carlsen, and hundreds of other instructors. Get started now and join our growing community of over 100,000 chess enthusiasts at chessable.com. Chessable, take control of your journey towards chess. Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses.
Welcome, everybody.
My name is Jan Gustafsson, former world chess champion.
Are starting a new course here for Chessable.
A very special Chessable course.
Master your chess with Judith Bolger.
You know what? I learned a lot.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the final of the third prestigious MrDodgy Invitational. Are you excited, Jan?
Not really, no. But I'm glad it's over soon.
That's, close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing the final? Damn it. Too fast. I think it's Magnus against Dubov.
But do we know?
We don't know for sure. We're waiting patiently for the players to enter the Zoom call, or for some players to enter the Zoom call.
Right, because
you have tagged someone in.
You changed the rules on the fly that they are both allowed to tag someone in. Although for Magnus, it was a bit of a gray area. If you could only tag in David Howell or anybody else. I think it was a bit unclear.
No, it's only David Howell.
Right.
David tagged him in. You can only tag David back in.
That's fair.
Daniel's got a bit more flexibility.
We tried to get Svidler to play for him yesterday, but he failed.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe his network just won't find anybody else to play himself. Seriously speaking, I hope they play themselves. No, this is a serious, prestigious tournament. It's a marquee matchup. The world champion against the former world rapid champion, Magnus, against his helper, whom he's played a lot of training games with, who was on the team in the last two World Chess Championship matches. So I hope they play.
I hope so too. But we do have some moves, but I don't see any players.
Moves are good enough. Says Carlsen, Dubov, but if we can't see them, we don't know for sure who's playing.
No.
We'll just assume it's them.
It seems like a Magnus opening.
But more with black, no? There's e5, knight g7, but it's also a Dubov opening.
Wow, it's both of them.
Wow. No shenanigans.
Very serious. No masks as well.
No masks. Magnus is eating, so he's already in peak performance mode. This is exciting.
He is wearing a Simon Williams t-shirt.
That's just odd. Okay, one. What are they doing? G6, D3. Looks slow. This is D3. Can't say I'm an expert. Play B4, like. Have a little fun. I never understood this bishop G5 either. I'm assuming there's some subtleties. I always thought provoking F6 can't be such a big deal, but here the plan seems to be to block this bishop and then go C3, D4. So Dubov goes H6. Carlsen exchanges, which is logical because there's this weak D5 square in the center and the dark square bishop doesn't have access to it. But here black can recapture with a knight, keeping control over that square. So it looks perfectly fine for black to me. Knight C3, castles. He's trying to occupy it. But with this set of pieces, it really shouldn't be a big deal whatsoever. And Dubov goes knight C6. Little surprised. Guess it's fine, but you could also just go bishop E6. No. Takes, and white won't be in time to get control over the square. But he goes knight C6. No, it's a sort of standard position where white has the square and black won't challenge it because he just went knight E7 to C6. Should to me, knight back to E7 looks like no movement. But Daniil has bigger plans. Maybe he wants to attack. I still don't like how he played this. This knight to C6 back is an odd move.
Yeah. Does he play knight E7 at some point again?
Well, he could have kept it there. Magnus shuffling around. He put the bishop here. Wants the knight to jump to C4. At some point, I'm assuming we'll get F5 and some action. Also, Carlsen played H3, which was a normal move like 15 years ago, but nowadays you just go H4. If you can move the H pawn, just push the 2 squares.
Yeah.
Very old school.
And he is aware of Simon Williams, so
I'm not sure
he's wearing the t-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt says just resign. That's aggressive.
Strong message. Rook to B8. Should still go H4. But he probably won't do it. What's the normal plan now? Queen D2 and B4. You think about it, Mr. World Champion. Queen D2. There you go. Who are you rooting for?
No one yet.
Again with the no rooting. And once again,
who are you rooting for?
Magnus. White has shuffled the pieces around and the knight is back on D5. Black also did some shuffling. It's time to go F5. Come on, Daniel. There we are. The gloves are off. Is that an expression? It's a weird expression. I've never seen it. It's like if you have a boxing match, you don't take the gloves off randomly at some point.
You might want.
That never happens.
No.
So I don't know what that expression is.
I think it comes from boxing.
understand, but that's why I'm saying it makes no sense. Queen e3, rook c1, sitting the pawn. It's unpleasant. You don't want to move it because you're giving up this square. So Daniil will be provoked into action, but knight d4 compromises the structure. White could take and go somewhere. Magnus has outshuffled him here. Yeah, he takes on queen g3. All of a sudden, there's no black attack anymore, just weaknesses.
Boxing gloves are used to protect the hands, not the face. So when the gloves come off, you're ready to damage your hands.
And the opponent's hands as well.
Mm.
Just hit them on the hands.
He could keep his hand. He could keep his gloves on.
I'm not a big expert on bare knuckle boxing. It's always a topic I want to research some more, but I haven't done it yet. I saw the movie Snatch, but I couldn't understand what they were saying. F4, just take into a rook. This doesn't look great. Rook on the 7th rank. It's a good thing. I learned from my system. Because it hits stuff. This looks lost. Daniil's getting outplayed. Now the other rook will join. It's typical Magnus stuff. Like, he doesn't sacrifice, but he slowly moves all his pieces into dominating attacking positions. Then he wins. It's probably a good strategy. I'm not sure how he does it.
Yeah.
B5.
I don't know how he does it either. He just knows where stuff should go, and then he puts it there, and then he's +7.
Yeah. But I also know the pieces are good here, but somehow he gets them there without trouble along the way. Now it's going to come to an end with rook g7, queen d4. Eliminating the lone defender. King g8, allowing double check. Double checks are nice because they can't capture either piece of yours, because then the other takes the king. No, not h5 looks like a good move. Oh, and Daniil is allowing himself to be mated. Convincing victory for the world champion in his first game.
As we learned yesterday, the first 3 games don't really matter too much.
Nah. I think what matters is who gets to 6.5 first. And he plays the Bongo Indian. Pretty bad opening. Right after bishop d2, then he takes and goes d5, so he's happy there. But Daniil, he of course knows Magnus's tendencies, and he goes knight bd2, a more challenging choice. Short castles here, a3 is the most ambitious. Daniil goes g3, because he wants to find a way to put the bishop here, give up the c-pawn, and take it from there. But Magnus is not doing him the favor to go d5 and d takes c4 yet. He moves back with the bishop. And the logic is, okay, I lost some time, but your knight is stupid on d2. Would much rather be on c3. Actually, knight b1 is a move you sometimes see played in such situations. So there is some method to it. I guess he's going to play b3, but...
No knight b1?
Nah. I don't think so. Then we would have a theoretical position with black at tempo up. He goes queen c2. Also logical. Now e4 is a threat, so black should go c5 or d5 to do something about it. What's gonna be? Goes d5. They're both playing serious chess.
But Daniil's defended the c-pawn a lot of times.
Yeah, I guess not voluntarily, but it's covered thrice. Magnus not gonna take it. It's too many defenders. He's gonna go knight b7, rook c8. It looks fine for black, actually. You don't want the knight on c6 here, blocking your own bishop. So unlike white, who wanted the knight here, now that the structure is set, knight b7, especially with the queen on c2, and then rook c8. Looks very harmonious. And if white takes on d5, you try to recapture with a piece, bishop or knight. You don't want the cd-ed structure. That's unpleasant. Rook c1, rook c8 will come.
And then does the queen move?
I don't know where. b1? It's a bit clumsy. No. Carlsen has equalized very comfortably. It's a pretty much symmetrical position where black is lacking some tempi, but this tempi he lacks is the white queen being on c2, where it's not particularly well placed. h6 plays. Like, oh, I can hear my kids are home, which means the internet might be, the plug might be pulled any minute. It's time to go dc4. You've done all the normal stuff, Magnus. The time has come. So once this is over, will you feel happy about having concluded a great tournament with great players? Or will there be this crushing emptiness that now you have to find something else to do with your life?
No, I'll be happy. I'll be satisfied. But I'll move on to the next thing. Next is Sea Chess.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Chessable Sunway Sea Chess Open. On the 11th of December. It's not long. I have
Still a while.
10 days to learn how to play chess.
Ah, I thought Spanish or Catalan.
Nah, not enough time for that. Any tips?
On chess?
Yeah.
Nah. It's too late. You're too old. That's the truth.
Thanks.
You can post as many hashtag improver posts as you want. But that old brain won't care.
I'll prove you wrong.
Very much looking forward to your attempts. Magnus has a good position now. Daniil played 95 and took back here with the pawn, which was ambitious, but looks wrong. Knight takes e5, I guess, was equal and he didn't want it. But de knight d5, once again, black is a very harmonious setup now. And the pawn majority here, well, white has these double pawns. I guess e4 is coming, but the white pieces don't really have scope. If you play e4, you block that square for your knight. And yeah, it's a bad position. Queen b6, rook fd8, queen goes to e4. He's dreaming of an attack like queen g4, knight e4. But something will happen before that materializes. Queen a5. Touching him up a little bit.
Excuse me?
He's touching the a2 pawn.
Oh, sorry.
Does Magnus look hungover? Did he have
Nah.
a big birthday party yesterday?
I think he had some kind of party. But he
That's what he
doesn't look
said.
hungover. He looks...
But maybe he didn't want to admit he's a loner. I would have said,
Nah.
yeah, there's going to be a small celebration later on, and then I'd just watch Netflix.
Nah, there was some pictures on.
Ah, okay. Ah, I didn't see those. Maybe he does have friends.
I think so.
Knight b6. Queen e3, asking for c4. Ask, and you shall be given. There he comes. Well, it's just very far from being in time to organize something active here. I don't know if you try b4, but now he goes 94. Now the pawn can be grabbed. I don't know if there's anything better. Maybe just cb. Free that square. Takes. Goes 95. Odd choice, but he doesn't want any counterplay. We have 3 and c3. Computer says Daniel is back in business. He plays b4 here. But it's based on some random tactics. It looks like he loses after queen a4 and rook c1, apparently. It ain't over yet. And he has done it. He is behind on the clock too, 30 seconds versus a minute 15. But he's no longer in trouble. Actually, had he played bishop c3, Compy was saying is better. Now, this is weird. Knight f4 check is the only winning move. I don't understand chess. Where can we take? Queen b2, 95. And there's a big fork at the end. But where does knight f4 win? We do the same. Carlsen when knight takes b4, which loses.
Oof, he got away with it.
He got away with it. Now it's equal. Now it's similar to what I just showed, but at least he grabbed a pawn along the way. And probably is just going to win this. Queen a8, a5. A5, this queen c5.
Yeah, he's up on the clock as well. So.
Yep. The a pawn runs, queen b5, a4. It's going to be hard to keep in check. Here it comes. So what they say about queen endgames, it's not about the number of pawns, but about the quality of pawns. He takes. Why did he go queen b4, queen b2? Okay, he just thinks this is an easy flag. Yeah, which it is. Fair enough. 2-0 for Magnus, but Daniil, he's used to worse.
He's been worse. Not against Magnus, though.
That is true. Magnus taking a break after 2 games?
Oof. No stamina.
Well, he's getting up there in years. 32? Do you have any surprises planned for the rest of these finals? Like surprise guests, surprise masks?
Nah, we're out of surprises. It's all about the chess.
Nothing's going to happen? Just the chess?
I think so.
They keep debating this line.
I don't think Peter's going to join today. Maybe Anish will join for the interview afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Anish should interview both of them. Again, d3, very quiet line, but I guess Magnus likes his chances of playing Daniil in this maneuvering that we've seen last game. Daniil's taking more down. Thinking about h6 to stop bishop g5, but it feels excessive. This is really not something to be afraid of. He's not afraid. Now you could go f6 as well. Now that knight has committed to c3. There's no c3, t4 plan. He allows 95 here.
Okay, chat says that it was Magnus's butler at the door to bring him food.
Ah. What's his butler called? Alfred?
It's probably Norwegian.
What's a common Norwegian name? Svein?
Maybe.
King h8. Takes again. Daniil. Big decision. Knight takes or queen takes. Takes with the knight. It allows knight g5. But queen e8. It's gonna be fine. Although it looks a bit scary. Knight g5, queen e8, knight b5. Magnus thinking about it. Here, he has to go here. You go here, then he has to go here. But this is hanging by a thread. And here comes knight g5. Oof. He goes d5. Whoa. Daniil is not the type to passively defend. That's a pawn.
Yeah, he doesn't like pawns.
Yeah, Magnus does.
Do you think that's what makes him so good?
I think it's a healthy appetite for pawns. No, but seriously speaking, there are different types. Those who really don't care that much about material, and those who do. And of course, Magnus can play dynamically, but when in doubt, he's not a big sacrificer, and he likes grabbing material. Well, I guess Daniil is on the other side of that spectrum, which makes him such a fan favorite, but it also makes him be a pawn down now.
That's true.
Should be 5, c4. Looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win that pawn back anytime soon.
No. He also doesn't have a lot of positional compensation, especially on c6. Doesn't look terrible. Okay, he will play f5. Hope for the best. So how was your day? Because a lot of people don't see all the hard work and preparation and behind the scenes conversation that go into hosting a prestigious tournament. Give us the rundown.
I got up in the morning.
Wow.
Pretty early. I was up at 6 a.m.
But you do that, right? You're an early bird. And then if anyone wants to reach you at 2 a.m., like you're normally asleep. It's ridiculous.
I think if anyone wants to reach me at 9 p.m., I'm asleep. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
You gotta have a good sleep schedule. It's very important.
I have a great sleep schedule.
You did not have a good sleep schedule.
I went to sleep at 4:20 a.m. Got up at 12. It's almost 8 hours.
You had a nap in between matches yesterday. I joked about having a nap, but you actually had one.
I did have one. On to a3.
Yeah, once there's only 2 players left in the tournament, there's actually less for the tournament dictator to do. So it's nice. I can enjoy the final. When there's 32 players, you've got to chase them around a little bit. But now there's 2. It's like, it's 2 emails. When can you play? You're done. Make a little trailer.
Sounds like a lie. Magnus doesn't reply to emails.
He has people.
Yeah.
Also, he's not the only one who doesn't reply to emails. So
exactly. So it's not like you can send an email to Daniil and Magnus, when can you play? And that's just a lie. Rook EB1. He's breaking the position open. And yeah, Daniil has to go for this. To hope for a miracle, some counterplay against f2. But it doesn't look likely. Still, there's opposite color bishops, so the white extra material matters a bit less now. It's more about which side can generate play earlier. White does have the advantage that his attempts to generate play might involve queening a pawn. But it's no longer so clear. Queen g5, queen f6. Daniil's fighting back.
Yep. He's equal on the clock this time.
Hmm.
You could hold this one. You could win.
Anything could happen. Because you can lose these positions very easily as well. You get some e4, e3. Or some bishop f8, bishop c5. No, Magnus has slightly misplayed this. Computer's saying c5 and why is better, but no one plays c5. He goes rook a8 check. Bishop f8 and bishop e8. Interesting. Like trying to break this crooked Ayechin's gun on the f5. Sorry.
Is this the gun?
3 heavy pieces on a file called Ayechin's gun.
Don't you need the queen?
Usually you want the rooks in front of the queen, so it's a crooked gun.
It's a GNU.
It is a canoe. Queen f6, g3. It's giving the pawn back. That must have been painful. Of course, he can't wait around for black to stabilize and throw everything towards f2. This is apparently a mistake, but too sudden for us. Bishop a4, also not a moving play. Goes bishop d3. This is more classical. Put the bishop here, then go king g2. Can go f3 if need be. You're blocking this pawn, which is very important. If you reach stability here, bishop e4, h4, king g2, that's why I can have the safer king. What's going on now? He takes, what is this? He gave the exchange. But rook a8, there's rook c8. Magnus, did he miscalculate? Is he shaking his head? No, looks like this is how he planned it out. Maybe just wants to make a draw. Queen e8. Yeah, it should be a draw. Queen g8, queen e5. Yeah, it felt like it was getting a little out of hand. He goes queen e6. What is this? Check, takes, king g2. Okay, he has a d pawn. He shouldn't be in trouble. Yeah, rook c1 played. This is on the board. d1. Not a lot of time left for either player. I guess white's position is easier to play. Try to queen the pawn, but objectively it seems to be equal. Bishop b5.
Nah, Magnus is going to win this one.
What's the clock? Yeah, 20 versus 12 now. f4 looks normal. Go. Oh, and now there seem to be issues. This wasn't the issue. It's just simplifying into a 3 versus 2 queen endgame. I will try to flag that. Flag that. Which is a legit strategy. But time is running out. Draw! Oh, he's bungled it. Poor pre-moving there. Should have gone queen d5 here.
He tried.
Yeah. That's a miracle escape with white giving the checks and being lower on time.
I hate how accurate these time scrambles are. When
It's
I have that
insane.
little time, I just drop all the pieces.
Yeah, it's completely insane how well they play with like 6 seconds and they make 20 good moves. It doesn't make any sense to me. Poor Grishuk yesterday. He lost like 5 time scrambles with 1 second left for Daniel and 0 for Grishuk.
Yeah, bring back the increment. We need this increment back.
It's great fun. The precision in these rook endings is really what keeps bringing me back to chess. Pawn to h6.
Kappa Blanket says Magnus plays good with this hairstyle. I think that's one of his talents.
Very strong with his hair back here.
No, I think one of his talents is he can play well with almost any hairstyle.
I'm not sure.
What do you think is his weakest hairstyle? In terms of chess, no.
He once had this plan, which he never put into action, to grow a ponytail. And I think the hair was long enough, but he didn't do it, which I thought was upsetting, because I think he should have a ponytail. He should look like some 80s villain.
Yeah. At some point, you should go for it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a ponytail?
No.
Why?
It's a good question. Do you think I could pull it off? There's still time. It's not that much hair, but...
Yeah, you could grow it.
It's not a bad idea. Looks like some karate teacher from Long Island. That's the look I'll be going for.
Sounds good.
It's not a bad plan. The problem is I don't like the in-between phase when I'm working on my ponytail. It's going to be a bit awkward.
Mm-hmm. You just have to wear a lot of hats.
It's not a bad idea. Also, people have told me that I'm not as handsome as I thought with long hair. And they say it looks a bit goofy.
No, it looks fantastic.
Okay, that's good. I had a feeling they might just be trying to hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Chat say this is the best you've ever looked. No.
Thank you, chat. It means a lot. Position's boring. Magnus has bishops, but white has a very solid structure.
People are asking why that wig was so near to you. Like, do you use this wig a lot?
Yeah. There's other stuff very near to me.
I can imagine.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
Excellent. 1 to e6. He's trying to stabilize, go king g7, put the pawn on h5, and then he once again goes for knight e5, allowing these double pawns in the center. Which I'm not sure if he's doing himself a favor there, but now it could become quite hard. Black can try to break out with pawn to d4 here. If Magnus so chooses, he doesn't have to do anything, he can just sit on the position. I'm assuming he's going to take.
People are saying you look a little bit tired.
I've been. They used to tell me I look a little pale, so I've been doing a lot of sunbathing. I'm not sure. Maybe I don't have the complexion for it. And this d4, rook c4 is on the board. Magnus playing well. DE, I guess you have to go FE, although Daniel really wants to go knight e4. But he can't do it. So knight d4 is a bit counter. If you go here, this is very unpleasant. Very hard to drink coffee, isn't it? So he went after xe, rook to d7. Oh, rook d7? Why is this not happening? What's he doing? Takes, rook d2, and black is fine. Okay. So it's an attempt at simplifications. Computer doesn't like it. He wants to take a couple times. And then install the Kraken d6.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a special guest, finally. Santa,
ho, ho.
welcome to the show. It's a family show. No, ho, please, Santa.
I was going to wear this mask as a Christmassy thing, but then I realized it's more of a horror mask. It's kind of terrifying.
No, it looks better than before.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah. How are you celebrating Christmas? Do you like chase a deer in the woods? How do you do?
No. We stay at home, we have presents, Christmas dinner, sit around.
Yeah.
I go into hibernation usually for about a month. Wonderful. Best time of the year. You?
I guess I'll be going to Norway, because it's not cold enough in Germany. We need to go somewhere colder.
Yeah, but you want snow at Christmas.
No. I like a grey Christmas.
Yeah, I can believe that. You're not helping with the German stereotypes.
I need to drink coffee. Unfortunately. Big reveal. Who's under the mask? It was me all along. Sorry.
I'm surprised Daniel's not wearing his mask because he played very well with the mask on in the Halloween tournament. He seemed to really enjoy himself.
He was teasing a lot of things like substitute, mask, where we get nothing. Magnus, at least, he's showing his food. Knight f6, knight g4, pinning the knight. What's going on here? I guess you can force an endgame like this, and we have rook d2 in the end, and like winning back the bishop. I guess it's somewhat equal. So white is also active. But is he gonna do something smarter?
Maybe.
What? Can't go f6 because then rook c7 is painful. And yeah, he goes for rook d3. And we're headed towards that again.
Very exciting.
Yeah. I guess it's a draw. Because there's this typical draw in construction, knight g4, knight f6, knight h7, knight f6. It doesn't look like white is more than that. So yeah, we'll get that. Of course, the king can never go to the corner because of rook h7 checkmate, and it can't escape with the rook on d7. So draw.
Okay.
World champion is up 3-1, but Daniel is in the match.
He's doing better than he started off with yesterday.
Yeah, started with down 3.5 half. So he has a half point to spare compared to his match against Grisham. The open Spanish a4, bit of a sideline, which is probably bad, but it's checking if Daniel knows this nonsense. And Daniel says, no, I don't know this. Knight takes d4 is the refutation. After b4, now a5. And white's madness makes some sense, apparently. But it looks like Magnus also out of book. He only knew a4.
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's not a bad move.
During a lot of these online events, Magnus has been eating during like all the Champions Chess Tours, and he's eating now. Do you think he'll struggle when he over the board tournaments because he's used to eating when he plays?
But he's a big shot now. Normally he has his own little VIP area where he has his food and he can eat while he plays.
Doesn't he just have like snacks there? Like he can't get a full meal, surely.
He's Magnus Carlsen. You don't think he can tell somebody, get me some pasta at 4 p.m.?
Nah.
I mean, they might not get it to him, but he could tell somebody.
Yeah, you can always ask. But...
Yeah.
You think if he marches up to Mike Van Zee and demands some pasta?
Mike Van Zee is going to tell him, sorry, there's the one supermarket in town. You might get some, what do you call this? This ready-made soup. But
pasta soup?
Yeah. No pasta.
You have to make it yourself.
Yeah. It was a big task for Peter Heine in Wijk aan Zee Not sure if with Magnus as well, but with Vichy, he was always in charge of going to that one supermarket in town and buying affordable dinner. Should be 3, queen 2, short castles, rook d1. I don't know what this position is. Looks like black is fine. It's a4. Since he didn't follow it up with a5, which is apparently the way to mix it now, black just benefits from having that included. There's still time for a5. Rook e8 is begging for it. I saw after our show yesterday, which probably is the sole reason, there's a lot of buzz about Cocaine Bear on Twitter.
Yeah. Can we ask Magnus about it?
I'm not sure if he's heard about it, but he would watch it. Should be right up his alley. We need knight bd2. 27 seems to be the move. Getting out of that d file. Are you honored that they are playing so seriously, that they think this is a serious tournament, or not?
Yeah, it's all kind of surreal, to be honest. Like,
it's a bit weird.
You know, we enjoy the nonsense and it's fun, but it's still bizarre that Magnus and Daniel are playing in my silly tournament that started off very much as a joke. Like, I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I was just,
neither did anybody else, if we're being
tweeting stream of consciousness. Do you see what happens? So yeah, it's all very strange.
Living the dream.
That's me.
Kids out there, if you ever think, should I send that 20th tweet today? Does anybody really care?
They don't.
Absolutely should.
But you should
see what can happen with a keyboard and a dream.
If you post enough terrible things on the internet, wonderful things will happen to you.
I'm not sure that's good. I'm not sure that's good advice, but
it's the best advice.
Pawn to d4. But are you sometimes worried that you can no longer just, be a jokester now that you're all politically conscious and you're fighting all the fights against, I don't know, the establishment, sexism? You're involved in all the good causes, cheating, that people A might take you seriously, and B you might lose your, I don't know, your funny bone with all the heavy causes you're addressing.
Nah, you can make serious points in a funny way. There's just like
I wasn't.
I think you can use, I don't want to oversell myself, but satire is a useful tool for, pushing things in the right direction, or at least the right direction you believe in stuff. So yeah, you can have fun.
I was always told satire is the lowest form of wit. Shut up.
I thought that was sarcasm.
Probably both low. Maybe satire is a bit higher.
I think satire might be the highest form.
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know. But my real problem is that once you get to a certain level of, I don't want to say fame, but fame.
You do want to say fame.
Yeah. But once you get to a certain level of fame, it's very hard to troll people because they know what you're up to. You post something silly and they're like, okay, he's being silly. And I envy people who can post silly things and still be taken seriously.
Sounds beautiful. But you can always start over. Make a fresh account.
On Mastodon?
Call yourself. No, on Twitter. You just call yourself, I don't know, Christian Coutard. And you take it from there. Knight takes a5. Magnus took a pawn.
He does that.
He likes pawns. I'm not sure this has been covered on this show. Once again, he's just playing very good chess. I mean, if he has this level, it's so hard to keep up with him. He doesn't give any big.
Didn't Daniel take the pawn?
I thought Magnus was black. I take everything back. Magnus being outplayed by Daniel.
He's just playing poor chess.
Playing like an idiot. But he got the pawn back.
He loves taking those.
C4. A5. What is he doing? Like, come on, Magnus. Daniel is playing excellent chess. Pawn to A5, and you can't take on C7 because of rook C8. Why not? I'm not even making sense. I thought rook C8 trapped the queen, but that's not exactly true. But black is much better here, forcing the endgame. And here we are.
Wow.
Daniel might win this. Also D3, and all of a sudden he has 2 passes. But he goes rook C7, which also looked excellent.
This is what he did yesterday. Once he stopped losing, he didn't lose again. And he stopped losing 1 game early. So I think Daniel's the favorite at this point. We need to root for Magnus.
All right.
But you're always rooting for Magnus because of the ELO system.
The ELO system, the contract. Rook C5, F4. Rook D8 computer didn't like, saying it's a bit slow. And now it's no longer so clear. Daniel gave an exchange. He still has a pretty position. But the white rooks are pretty active as well. Are we headed for a draw? Rook B5, King C6.
No. Oh, no time.
Magnus is way up on the clock as well. He might just win this on the clock. Rook D8. Daniel is alert. They just don't blunder with like 5 seconds. It's insane. I really don't know how people do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
now it's checkmate. Point is King C8, Rook takes E6, and you don't have time to queen. Because Rook E8 is checkmate, or if King D8, you throw in a little check, or Rook BB7. So checkmate here. That was a good game by Daniel. He did outplay Magnus. But in the end, there wasn't enough time. And now it's 4-1, which I guess makes Magnus a favorite.
Yeah, I guess. Life Rage Quitter is asking, the real question is if Daniel is contractually obliged to root for Magnus.
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think he's contractually obliged. Oh, why would he be?
Doesn't have the same contract as you?
Not sure. Normally, there's some clause. No, I can't reveal the clauses. But I don't think you're supposed to bring damage. And I don't know if rooting against is bring damage. But you could also argue rooting for could bring damage because you're jinxing.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how stuff works.
I don't know. I don't like these contracts. They make things more complicated than they need to be.
You're more of a handshake guy?
Maybe not even that.
On to T5. What's going on here? Daniel gave a pawn. Magnus likes pawns. I'm not sure if we talked about this. He could take one.
He'll take it. No. Doesn't like pawns.
Well, he already took it. Still take it, but then there's some potential play. I would guess he will look for a way to give it back now. Be solid. D6. Not so sure. Daniel's happy here. Pawn down, some activity. Rook E8, yeah, Magnus is looking for a way to keep it under control. But it feels a little off. Rook to E8, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Can't be very happy for white after takes and jumping. Magnus still has a lot of bowl left.
How many bowls do you think he has?
Tone?
Mhm.
I wouldn't think he has that many. Like
No?
5 maybe?
5?
Think that's too many?
It's a weird number.
4?
4 or 6, I think. Unless he broke one.
It's likely. I think he has 5. The other day I noticed, probably people have been aware of this, but I operate by trial and error, that you shouldn't put a glass bowl in the microwave.
What happened?
It broke.
Oh no.
It got... I don't know what happened. But I learned my lesson.
Never again.
Never. Bishop C2, Bishop E6. What's going on? Bishop C2 was wrong, apparently. He had to keep chasing that queen around, which looks strange because you don't want to go back. But here, knight F6 check. Whoa. And Bishop F6 is checkmate, and GF. Oh, that could have been the immortal Dodgy tournament game. Queen D5 and white wins.
Wow.
It's not obvious, I wouldn't. Now after Bishop E6, Carlsen's solid. The knight can come out. This bishop is nice because it blocks the E file, covers everything. Yeah, 3 minutes 40. Pawn to G3 now. Queen G4. Yeah, this is just a bad position for it. Pawn down and not much to show for it. If he allows black to develop knight C6, D5, it will just be resigns. So he has to do something very, very quickly. And what is the question? He goes knight D6. Point being, if takes, and queen takes here, there is bishop to E4. Which is a nice tactical spot, but of course Magnus isn't obliged to take here. He's gonna take and go knight C6 and still be better. Daniel's thinking, what's he thinking about? Bishop E4 here?
I don't know.
Bishop E4. At least he's slowed down D5. But his own king is also somewhat shaky now. He doesn't really threaten to take here. Bishop F5. Looks like black is much, much better.
Yep.
Because if you take, your king is really starting to feel the heat here. Bishop E4 probably just wins.
But if you don't, just a pawn down.
It's a real pickle. Bishop A2, what is this?
Gonna play H3.
Very fancy, but H3, yeah. What's he doing? That is FPS, fancy play syndrome. There was no need for this. But H3. Let's see if he shakes his head. No, queen E6. He has to give the queen. Bishop H7. I spotted it all by now, so There's no head shaking, but why go for this from a much better position?
Mm-hmm.
And now Daniel can try to start an attack. Magnus going to have to look for counterplay. He tries to slow down with f6. But does it really slow down?
Daniel's going to need to speed up.
Not wasting any time. But Magnus, he's going for defense. 95, he's going to have to take g5. He's giving the f2 pawn, but he has no time. He's just trying to open it up ASAP. Now maybe it's perpetual, gh and checks. No. Thinking about it. It's not technically a perpetual, but if you go rook g2, then you take and white no longer has an attack, so black should be fine here.
It's a fortress.
Mm-hmm. Magnus had to admit recently, after being asked for the 10,000th time, well, there's a fortress, but you say you don't believe in fortresses. That he was trying to make a broader point that more often than not, you can make some progress. But of course, fortresses exist.
I don't think he was talking about chess. I think he meant real fortresses.
He doesn't think they exist?
Yeah.
He must have been to a real fortress. What's the most famous fortress? Helm's Deep?
I guess so.
Could very well be. It's not even real. So maybe he's right that they don't exist.
There we go.
There's a fortress, by the way. But he wins on time. Yeah. Too slow. What can you do?
Oof. 5-1.
The Spanish. D3. Playing this structure. I never liked the structure. It's fine for black. Bishop d6, bishop e6, h6, but I never liked it. Because with this d takes c, there are not that many dynamic possibilities for black. It becomes a slow strategic maneuvering game. And who likes that?
No one likes.
That's correct.
So what are your plans after this?
My plans? So after this, there's 10 days till sieges. I will use these 10 days to finish recording that Chessable German course that I'm doing, the 100 endgames. I've looked at 5 of the endgames so far, so there's 95 to go. But I'll manage to be done with that before sieges. Nice. Then I have some alone time with my kids, which is both a blessing and a time killer. Because as usual, before I go on my adventures in the world, my wife who also works, she has some night shifts and fun stuff. So I'll be hanging out with the kids. We might be going to fun German activities like Christmas markets or what we call the Winterdom, which is a big, I don't even know what the term is. Ferry? Is that a word?
Fair?
Fair? Mm-hmm. I don't know, there's stuff.
Christmas fair?
Kids. There's like a Ferris wheel and there's all kinds of nonsense. And it's very cold. And there's a lot of Germans drinking Glühwein, which is, I don't know what it is. Some warm drink with alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. And then they talk about politics. So it's a blast. I can recommend it. Mm-hmm. December is the best time to visit. There's the Christmas spirit. Other than that, I don't know. I'm doing some commentary on the Speed Chess Championship, whatever that's called. The chess.com thing, where I think we will see some of these players back. I think Magnus is playing that.
I think so.
Got a little trip to Berlin next week. So yeah, exciting stuff is happening in my life, as always.
Very busy.
Fairly busy. Yanis on TV. Can't forget about Yanis on TV. You gotta feed the Twitch monster. Bishop d4. What's this position? Who's white? Magnus white. Looks
Who's
like
Magnus
he's doing
and
good.
black?
Queen c3, can you trap it? Queen a2, rook c1.
Oof.
It's a trap. You should spot that.
Missed it.
Whoa. He hung a rook instead. It continues. He's lucky.
Come on, Daniel.
Come on, Daniel. H6. The hand wants queen a5. Keep chasing that knight. But I guess after queen h5, there's some rook e8 or rook d6, so it's not that good. Maybe I'll just take.
What's wrong with takes?
Nothing much. Just allows the rook back in action and doesn't look like black is that much worse here if it's queen. If it can't be caught, it's a bit of an irritant. So he's looking for something else. But is it there? Queen f3 is what the computer says. But he goes queen h5, as I said. That's what the hand wants. Chase the knight and don't allow it to f7. But now it's a sacrifice, because rook d6, and you're not seeing that exchange back anytime soon. That's part of the plan, apparently. Knight g7. But black has f5. Knight g8 is what he wants, with complete domination. But after f5, it's not so clear.
Still complicated.
Very. F5 plate, e takes f, e4. Queen is waking up in the corner. Pawn to c5, hitting the rook. It's anybody's game. d7 hits the knight. Rook d3 was better, apparently. But this is also a total mess. Queen h6 plate. I guess he's going to take here. White probably can't let that pawn live. He has to take it. Yeah, he does. And now we get some sort of weird endgame where white isn't exchanged down, but he has 2 pawns. I can't count. Maybe only has 1, but it feels like 2 because these are doubled.
Yeah, it's pretty much 2.
Yeah.
Although the f pawns are doubled as well. So
yeah, but they're
they're less doubled.
Takes. He should go f4. He does. Still complex. What's the clock? That's pretty close. Daniel's been keeping up on the chessboard the last couple of games, but he's been a bit slower, which he paid the price for.
Only there was an increment for him.
That'd be nice. Maybe the tournament should be 5-0 versus 5-2 from Magnus' point of view. I guess you run. It's a decision. f5 looks natural, but then this knight doesn't have any outposts anymore, so it can be chased around. But Carlsen saying past pawns must be pushed.
Yep. What's Magnus going to do if he wins this tournament? Because what's next for him?
I don't know. I think this... Would this be the apex moment for him? Would this be his greatest success, like the most powerful he's ever been? Or is there anything else to climb? The World Cup, he still needs to win the World Cup. Was this and the World Cup the two big ones he was missing?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's anything else. But he will have only won it once, and Anish has won it twice. So
that's gonna sting. But Anish, not only did he not play, but he also didn't join commentary today. So I don't know. Yeah. That's
he keeps saying he's busy. But
chicken of the week is coming in.
I think he's watching as well. He's been watching the whole tournament.
Sure.
He even watched the interviews yesterday.
The interviews are the best part. Like it's, you can really see the journalism skills everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
Rook F4. 96. That's unfortunate.
Oof. Well, 6 seconds.
6 seconds? Sounds like a Magnus World Championship. And he lost on time. F6 confused him. He had pre-moved CD probably. But F6 was also good. Because if you take... You can stop one, but you can't stop both. What's the score? 6-1? Carlsen needs a draw? Oof. He has like 12 match points or something.
Something like that, yeah.
12 half match points.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Do you think if he's going to win, what, 7-0, 7-4, 7-1, 7-1, they proved that he's too good for your stupid tournament and you can leave him alone in the future again?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see who plays next year. There's other people out there.
There are people out there. French people.
Mm-hmm.
Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all the people.
Russians? Chinese?
That's true.
Dutch?
Dutch people? Yeah.
I think we're going to get in trouble if we don't say Indians.
I think you've had a long-standing beef with the chess superpower that is India. I'm not sure what you did, but
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think I've seen the occasional cricket joke there.
They're my biggest fans. Indians who don't like cricket. There's not a lot of them.
That's your core demographic?
Mm-hmm. But it's a big country, so, 1% of the population is enough people.
That's a good point. I've scored some points accidentally because I like that movie RRR.
Mm-hmm.
And then that movie RRR noticed that I liked the movie and I kept praising it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bit surreal because I'm not a big Twitter influencer like you. But all of a sudden, within minutes, I had like hundreds of retweets and likes, and the RRR community now is my back. It's a great movie. You should watch it.
I did watch it. I jumped on that bandwagon as well.
Yeah, of course.
But I did genuinely love the movie. It was great.
Me too. It's really, really good. Viewers out there, watch it. It's just 3 hours, but you'll enjoy every minute. Or you could fast forward to the action scenes, but you'll miss a lot. You'll miss a lot. It really worth watching it. G4, Daniel, now we're talking. That's what the people want to see. Knight g4, king h1, I guess. Rook g1. It's a cool move.
Chat saying Bahubali wasn't as good.
It's not the same. RRR Ultras. We'll have to wait for Cocaine Bear, but it's by far my movie of the year 2022. RRR.
I agree.
What else is on the list?
I don't know. It's just that and Cocaine Bear.
You haven't seen Cocaine Bear. You just like the title.
I think I'm hoping it's a Marvel movie.
Cocaine Bear?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a Marvel.
Because I think it could be the best superhero.
I've been out on Marvel movies. Like, I don't need a second Doctor Strange movie. I watched what's called Wakanda Forever? No, I don't know what's called. That one should be fun. But in general, I'm not that excited about Marvel movies anymore. Because I used to go watch every one of them, and then I'd be mildly disappointed afterwards, but then I go watch the next one. But now I don't even go watch them anymore.
Yeah.
Getting old.
Did you watch Morbius?
Yeah, of course. That's a classic. It's so bad. I really enjoy it.
I tried
What's
to watch
going on here?
I tried to watch it, but it wasn't bad enough to be funny.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
I mean, it was just bad, like, but not funny bad.
Yeah, exactly. The villain, his weird friend.
I didn't get that far.
Okay. No, he's the best part.
I watched like 10 minutes on a flight and I was like, okay, it's not it.
No. You gotta hang in there.
Where is the game commentary?
Here, this is it. Queen e4 hits the rook. He moved the rook away. He didn't want the queen to take it. Looks completely lost for black, but apparently it's not. This king is so shaky.
Chat's telling us the IMDb score of Morbius, which I feel like that kind of misses the point of Morbius.
What's the IMDb score?
5.2.
Let me think.
Terrible.
5.2? It's not that bad. I would have thought it's much lower. Queen d8. Also, I didn't really get the message. Maybe the Morbius heads out there can help. So they have like this technology or these substances or whatever that allow them to live on, but also be a monstrous killing machine. It's okay for the one guy, but not okay for his friend somehow. I didn't get it. It was too complicated. I'm sure there's some deep ethical message.
Yeah, it wasn't Marbin time for his friend.
I didn't understand. I like the friend. As for the position, I still like White's position, but with the king in the corner, it looks like there is no direct attack anymore. Still, g5 is always looming. You have these passes.
Uh-oh.
What's happening? Is YouTube unhappy? We can't have that.
Nah. Oh, hello, YouTube. I haven't checked up on them.
What's up, YouTube? Daniel, he might win this one. It's very hard to keep all these pawns in check.
YouTube loves you. YouTube is happy.
Fantastic.
No, let's scroll up.
No, let's leave it right there. That's always what I do. Like,
okay.
I go to my YouTube comments. The first two are positive, and then I should leave a good thing alone. But I need to write every single one of them until I find one that is correctly pointing out what a vile human being I am. And then I can feel bad about myself again.
Just, you don't have to read the comments. It's fine.
Now, they say you don't have to read them if you don't need the praise or the attention. I need to fill that glaring hole in my soul. So I don't think it's a choice. King c5. Is Magnus holding this? Looks like he's holding.
Oh, and he only needs a draw.
Oh, Daniel needs to win. That's correct. This could be it.
Oof.
23 seconds to Mars.
But the knight is about to become better than the rook.
Yeah, but Magnus still has time. So I don't think it applies if you're down to 20 seconds. But he's trying to win, as he should, of course. Knight c6, b6. But the precision, also the right timing to play king f7, it's sickening how good they are. Yeah, now the king is active, so it should be tenable. Still tricky.
He's luring the rook to a3.
Yeah, I would have blundered a fork 8 times already. But now he can go king c4, and that will clinch victory in the prestigious. No, let's not call it yet, but it's pretty much over. You take jeez. Oh, and Magnus Carlsen has done it. Congratulations. Wow. 6.5, 1.5. Crashing victory against Daniel Dubov. What a rough start. Then he started playing much better. But in the end, it was also Magnus's greater speed. That made the difference. He always seemed ahead on the clock, won some on time, even when the game got close. So he's crushing it.
Congratulations to Magnus.
And I saw both players left their seats instantly, which probably means they feel they should dress up for the interview first. It's the only explanation. And we're being joined by Daniel Dubov. Daniel, first of all, why are you playing? You promised us Matlakov, and then this happened.
No, I offered Matlakov versus Howell, but yeah, somehow
it was turned down.
Yeah, for some reason.
How'd the match go? Looked like you got into the match, but then the clock was a problem, yeah, in these final games.
Yeah, I think first of all, game 2, I mean, clearly I was winning in one move, and I saw the idea. And I even saw it like in the game, but for some reason, yeah, I just lost concentration for a second. Like this game 2, if I win it, okay, it will be...
Is this game 2?
Yeah, this queen ending, yeah.
Yeah, there was some weird tactics here.
Yeah, but again, like after knight takes before, if you go A, B, and then knight d5, then just go knight d5 immediately and win, yeah? And I mean, I saw it, but somehow when Magnus played knight takes before, I mixed up a little.
Magnus also joining us. Magnus, congratulations.
Congratulations.
What do you think about here? Did you consider all these random moves the computer's saying?
No, I mean, at this point, I'd completely lost the thread. So, yeah, night before, I noticed after the move that knight d5 was possible. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? It was not impressive. That particular sequence. I mean, I was probably comfortably better, and then just to lose it in 5 moves would not have been great. But yeah, after I won that game, I think it was a very different story for sure.
Any other moments that stuck to mind from this match?
No, I mean, it's just in general, like yeah, I was always like, in many games I was like much better, and also under 1 minute. Yeah, so if you don't kill, then clearly you lose. Yeah, like this extra queen. Okay, I just resigned. Yeah, clearly what can I do? It's the last game even, I mean, okay, like if I don't win it quickly, then the last game, I think White is completely winning for like 20 moves straight maybe, but I mean, still, like if you can't find the kills, then there's no increment, and yeah, you cannot just waste time like there's no tomorrow, which I was in.
Magnus, how do you feel in these no increment games about this etiquette debate, like with rook versus rook? Is it fine to flag? Is that normal, or where do you stand on it in general?
I think it depends on the situation, but this is a prestigious and serious tournament, so I think in general anything goes. And I think it's very clear that the strategy also is different if you play without increments. For instance, in the game where I sacked the queen, I was pretty happy to sack the queen because, you know, after that it's an easier position to play, and I know if I don't blunder something terribly, then I will just win on time. So
yeah, I agree in general. Yeah.
So
like you clearly don't play this in 3+2. Yeah, I mean, at least you think, but in this game in this game it's basically dead for White.
I mean, at this point my moves are so easy to play, like to win this in 45-50 seconds, it's okay. Then you have to be probably like Alireza or I think only Alireza actually can do this.
Also black is okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not that
no, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not terrible at all. Yeah. So and also in some of the other games, like, okay, I knew that I was up on time, so I just need to survive for a bit.
But this is this is in general the problem of being Magnus. Yeah, I mean, he plays random moves quickly. Like if you play random moves too, then you lose chess wise. If you try to think and punish, then he starts defending, and then you lose on time. And it's just like you can choose the way you lose, but yeah. Like I chose the latter one, but I mean, still, like this game in the Spanish also, I think black is borderline winning probably, but I mean, again, this on the left, this one,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like sure, but then you need to win it, and you know, this e6 comes, and
this was awful for White, of course, but
but the Indian key one was probably like very, very bad. But then at some point
I was happy, but then it got messy. I think it was just one move. Like
here at this point you were already kind of short of time, so here it wasn't so easy.
Got a mess.
That's what I'm saying. Like in terms of this game, I was probably like slightly better given the situation, or maybe even not. But sometimes it's somewhat counterintuitive that you're like borderline winning and you can basically resign, and then
that's the fun of the prestigious MrDodgy Invitational. Magnus, now that you've won it, do you think MrDodgy should leave you alone and not tweet at you 800 times per year, or are you now hooked for more?
No, I think it's fair enough.
See, there we go. Everyone enjoys it.
It's kind of sad though that we didn't have a single substitution in the tournament.
No, I kind of liked it. Like, it would have been fun if Matlakov and Howell would have played today. But people also want to see you guys in the final. I mean, you made it all the way here, so I thought it was cool.
Yeah, sure, but I think like next time you should make it mandatory that you should do it at least once.
But that's very unfair to the players that don't have any friends, which is most.
I mean, as they invited him, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a way to do it, but like we could have some fun with it.
Yeah. I was talking to David yesterday, and he was kind of keen, but he didn't want to play the whole match, and then it didn't really pan out.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Like a 3-game Howell start and then a substitution. Maybe next time can play on the tag team thing. Anyway, congratulations to Mr. Carlson for winning arguably the most prestigious event of the year. It's been great fun. Thank you so much, Mr. Dodgy, for, I don't know how you did it, but for inspiring all of us that you don't need any skills or connections or money. You just need a Twitter account and you can make great things happen. Thank you so much, Daniel. Good to see you as well.
Yeah,
Mr. Dodgy,
thank you, guys.
Closing statement.
No, thank you, Magnus and Daniel, for playing. That was a very fun final. Thanks to everybody at Chess24 who does all the real work. Ageline, Lily, Vanessa, who's producing the show, and Ali and Therese and Soteris as well. These are the guys who do all the real work, so we should thank them. And thanks to Chessable and Chess24 because, you know, they pay the prizes. Not me. I don't have money. And thanks to everybody for watching. And you, yeah, because, you know, you did some of the real work as well.
Yeah.
And to the main person who made this all the most exciting final, David Howell.
I actually can I ask one last thing, please?
Mm-hmm.
Like I got worried yesterday. So basically, like we know there is this a photo of you being the prize.
Mm-hmm.
But is it like is the same photo every year, or you do it once a year for each edition?
No, it's always the same photo. I'm never going to ride a horse again, so it's just one photo.
That's very depressing. Okay.
Is Magnus obliged to hang it on the wall? What are the rules?
I don't know what the rules are, but I'll send it and then he can do what he wants with it.
So the mannequin, the doll is gone. So I need something new.
Perfect. That sounds ideal.
A new conversation starter, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a serious downgrade, but still enjoy.
All right, guys. See you.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll have to root for Germany. So enjoy your evening.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
This is it.
This is it.
Until next year, or until in 10 days, Sitges, where we can sit on a real beach.
Yeah, we can talk about the games, the matches.
Shall we talk in person? It's gotta be too weird, right? Let's keep it online. Yeah.
we can talk next year.
I think we're not there yet. But you can also come to Sitges, play a great chess tournament in hopefully great weather, get to meet all your favorite chess personalities, and Peter Svidler. What's not to like?
And breaking news, Jordan van Foreest.
Yeah. He's coming?
He's a prestigious participant. He is coming.
All right.
He's on the list.
He's fun.
I hope so.
And good at chess, but mainly fun. This was it. This was the prestigious MrDodgy 3rd Invitational. It's been a great pleasure. See you next year.
Bye.
Enjoy 12 days of chess heaven at the Chessable Sunway Sieges International Chess Festival. Escape to the sun this December and take part in the spectacular Chessable Sunway Chess Festival situated in Sitges, near Barcelona. Play alongside top GMs including Ivanchuk, Isipenko, Adiban, and more. 10-round open tournaments with over 27,000 euros in prizes. Chess lectures from GMs most days, beer tasting plus sushi, pizza, paella, and cocktail masterclasses. World Cup watch parties, table tennis, table football, and blitz chess tournaments. Even better, Chessable Pro members play for free. You can find out more by going to Sunway Sieges website. Visit chessable.com/sunway.
It's time to take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Magnus Carlsen introduces Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Move Trainer uses the science of spaced repetition to identify your strengths and eliminate your weaknesses. There's no need to set up a board, remember which page you're on, or keep track of all the moves you miss. Move Trainer empowers you to go from the opening to the end game with confidence. It's a seamless, effective, and fun way to study chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses, including over 100 free courses. Get expert insights from International Master John Bartholomew, Grandmaster Sam Shankland, International Master Christoph Sulecki, Grandmaster Simon Williams, World Champion Magnus Carlsen, and hundreds of other instructors. Get started now and join our growing community of over 100,000 chess enthusiasts at chessable.com. Chessable. Take control of your journey towards chess mastery. Chessable, the definitive solution for studying chess. Choose from one of the largest online chess libraries in the world, with hundreds of titles ranging from classic books through to our exclusive Chessable courses.
I'm ahead of the game. Remember who am I? I'm a boss and I'm honestly off my rocker, but follow me. I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game. I'm only ever slinging, I'm working overtime. Got a song and I'm the singer, the melody, the vibe. I'm a prodigy, logically I'm impossibly wanted. Then they'll remember my name. They'll remember my name. Well, I'm ahead now. I'm ahead of the game.
Welcome everybody.
My name is Jan Gustafsson, former world chess champion.
Are starting a new course here for Chessable.
A very special Chessable course.
Master your chess with Judith Polgar.
You know what? I learned a lot.